Yo, what's going on? This is Tariq Nasheed, and I'm out here in Atlanta at Midtown Arts Theater. And this Friday, July 19th, you can come here to the Midtown Arts Theater to see the movie Microphone Check. It's going to be in theaters for a whole week out here. So we want to see you this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the whole weekend and the whole week to come on out here and see this film, Microphone Check, the hottest documentary film in the world right now. So come here to the Midtown Arts Theater. Go to microphonecheck.com for more information. Microphonecheck.com for more information. Speaking of California, there was a case, and we almost got 1,000 people in here. When we get 1,000, we're gonna get the phone lines cracking and get people on. Up in Oakland, family, there was a story that TMZ ran, and this is why context matters. They ran a story on this black girl. They said she opened up a beauty supply store, and at her grand opening, somebody shot and murdered her. And they just left the story at that. They left the story like that. So the narrative that they painted was this innocent girl who was trying to do good and open up a legitimate business. The minute she opened up the store, some haters came and offed her. That was the narrative. Yeah. And she was a rapper. Her name was Tan the God. But when I heard that story, I said, red flag. Something ain't right. Something's not right. I live in California. I'm a Californian. People in California ain't really haters like that if you do something constructive. People in California, black folks in California, if you're running a legitimate business, California people are pretty supportive. Especially if you're somebody who's trying to get off the streets or whatever. If you're running a legitimate business, you're trying to do something fly, you actually get a lot of support. Like at our museum, I'm telling you from experience, the reason our museum, we've gotten zero funding, zero. That's thanks to the Democrats and their catch-all diversity grants that they give to everybody except black people. Because we can't get a grant for nothing. We don't get zero funding. It all goes to LGBT, immigrants. All of the grants goes to everybody else except us. And I'm telling you from experience, we don't get anything. And the reason why we at the Hidden History Museum, we've been able to stay afloat is because the black community in LA. They've been super duper supportive. They've been just out of their way supportive of the museum. So I know the support that the brothers and sisters in California will give a thorough black business. So that story, something didn't seem right, that they would just go bust on this girl. So I did some digging around, and the streets was talking. Yeah, there was way more to the story. This girl, and from what I understand, I don't think she was having a grand opening. She looked like she did some kind of promotional thing. She was doing some kind of deal at an Asian beauty supply store. So it wasn't her store. But the thing is, this girl, Tan the God, she had a boyfriend who was a gang member. He was allegedly abusive to her, and then she killed him. I think she did some kind of plea deal, got some kind of lesser charge, got out of jail, did like a little time, from what I understand. I don't know the logistics of the sentencing, but she's out. So she off this dude, and this dude was street connected. And what she did, she went around trying to use the murder of her ex-boyfriend as a promotional tool for her rap career. So she started making mixtapes talking about she's smoking on her ex pack, and she got a picture of her ex on her mixtape cover like a blunt, and she's smoking his dead body, and she's doing that type of stuff, and she's doing interviews bragging about killing the guy and talking about she don't give a damn what the family think, and just really baiting the streets. So she goes from a victim to a villain. So she's playing that game. So yeah, well, we got to put it all in context. So she's dating people and baiting the streets, and the streets caught up with her. And I pointed out the context under the TMZ tweet. One of them blogs talked about her murder, and there was some goofies under the comment section, some chicks in there. Well, that don't matter. Just because she had made a mixtape and was saying some raps about her ex, That don't matter. He was abusive and whoop de whoop. That ain't no justification for it. Listen, goofy ass square broads or whoever. Because see, this is the thing. You got a lot of people, and you got a lot of these OnlyFans people, some of these OnlyFans chicks who think the internet is some kind of safe haven because you can make your little hoe money on the internet or whatever, your little hustle money on the internet. And that's supposed to be some kind of cocoon and safe haven from the streets. If you dip a toe in the streets, but you can post up on the internet, you're somehow safe from the streets. That's that OnlyFans mindset. The streets will catch you, and the streets are real, and the streets don't play. Let's be real. The streets don't play, and the internet is not no safe haven for you. A lot of folks think they can get out here on the internet and just kind of say reckless stuff, and they think, well, it's the internet, so I'm safe. And when these streets catch up with you, it's going to be something different. You don't play with the streets. The streets don't play. Old girl was playing with the streets. She wasn't a victim no more. You can't do the whole, oh, she was an innocent victim, damsel in distress. When you out here, and she did several interviews talking cash shit about how ain't nobody gonna do nothing to her. She's trying to position herself as some kind of street boss now. So now you're a villain. You're not a victim. You're a villain now. And if you a villain, you better be able to back up your villainy. And she wasn't able to back it up. That's the streets. Don't come in the shit with the square ass. Well, the black community got to now. That don't work. All of that, the black community got to get together. That don't work in the streets. That's because those are shaming tactics. Don't try to come to the streets with shaming tactics. That shit don't work. There's certain rules and regulations that happen on them bricks and all of that. We got to come together and we can't be fighting like this. And no. This is a different set of rules. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. And also I'm a lady. You can't hurt a lady now. I done told people for years, niggas in California don't give a damn. You understand me? Because a lot of women in California be setting dudes up. A lot of dudes get killed in California because some woman didn't set them up. So they'll green light a woman just like they'll green light a dude in California. I've been telling people this for years. I done seen dudes throw women in trunks like it wasn't nothing. So yeah, anybody can get it. Don't play with them streets, man. Don't play with it. And this is why I talk to these platforms about some of these rap beefs, because that's another thing. Old girl, the Tan the God girl, she's going on all of these little hip hop blogs and these little hip hop websites, and they're letting her talk all reckless. They're letting her sit up here saying all of this reckless stuff about how yeah she done offed her ex, he shouldn't have been messing with her, and whoop de whoop, and can't nobody touch her, because you got a lot of goofies running these blogs. That's another thing. You got a bunch of you trying to talk street shit with one of these goofies. They're not gonna pull your coat and tell you, "Hey man, hey young lady, you don't need to be saying that." In fact, I'm not going to even air that because I don't want to be an accessory to somebody popping you off in these bricks like that. So I'm not going to even let you go out here like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do. They're going to be sitting up here snickering and grinning for content. They want you to sit up here and talk reckless and goofy. And then y'all get on these hip hop blogs trying to troll and promote your music with all that goofy ass stuff, trying to play with the damn streets, and then you post up somewhere, you get lit up. The streets ain't playing with y'all, man. Young folks, man, y'all really need to know this. I might have to get back into them. I used to talk about this in the Mac lessons days. I used to talk about this heavy in the Mac lessons days. And I don't want to glorify any street business, but I want people to really understand how serious the game is out here, man. Y'all can't play with that and try to use that as a promotional tool. Because I think a lot of people, they want to be the next 50 Cent, because 50 Cent, he used some street business as a promotional tool. He used him getting shot as a promotional tool. So he kind of mixed street business with the industry, but he got out of the streets though. And he blew up and he was successful enough so that he wouldn't have to touch the streets again and he could protect himself. A lot of y'all ain't gonna get lucky like that. He kind of lucked up. A lot of y'all ain't gonna get lucky like that. Don't play with the streets like that. And 50 himself was lucky because again, he was kind of dipping and diving in between the streets and the music industry, and that's kind of why they popped him. That's why they got him. He luckily he survived. Most of y'all, if that happens to you, you're not going to survive. So you got to be very cognizant of that type of stuff. All right, y'all ready? Let me get some calls in here because we do have a lot of people, and we have over 1,000 people. So we're in the building now. Let's get Auntie G. Auntie G in the building. Auntie G. Auntie G, you in here? You can turn your microphone on, ma'am. Can you hear me? Okay, I don't know what's going on with your microphone. Let's get Mikos.
What's going on, Tariq? How you
My
doing,
brother,
brother?
how are you, sir?
I'm doing okay, man. I just came up to address the topic. I ain't gonna say too much because, like you said, this shit ain't no joke. You know what I mean? I've been in the studio with Mr. Fab, and she was a good lady. But at the end of the day, these like you said, man, these streets ain't no joke. You ain't really, what I mean, got that type of protection out here. You really
Right,
have to watch what you're doing and what you're saying. And you know what I mean. That's all I really gotta say. I don't want to say too much, because I'm out
right,
here.
right.
I'm out here, and this shit is
Yeah,
serious. But what I'm
I
gonna
can hear
leave
your
with
Oakland
is,
accent. I can hear your accent and tell you from your town.
what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave with this is, and I heard this a long time ago. Is if you could be seen, you could be touched, and if you could be touched, you can be killed. So you
Yeah,
know what I mean. Don't let this shit get to y'all heads, y'all. Especially if you're trying to be an upcoming rapper or performer or whatever. A lot of people get killed from just talking shit in these diss tracks. Thank you for letting me up here, brother.
my man. Much respect to you, brother. Israelite, brother Israelite, hop on, sir.
Hey, Tariq, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, man, I'm good. Congratulations on microphone check, man. But what I want to say is what I've been told as a kid, man. That tongue speaks life and death.
Yes, it
And
does.
if you don't, man, you really gotta move different ways when you in these streets. Like, you can't be talking all that hard shit and then you can't back shit up. So it's like you gotta make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's because this shit ain't no game.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, Tariq, man. But congratulate. Oh yeah, definitely on Marcel. He definitely tore Myron Gaines a new asshole on that one. No
I
homo though.
gotta hear
But
this,
still,
man.
yeah,
I've got it.
man. Hey,
Thank you, brother. Y'all got to send me the link. I want to hear my brother Marcel get into Myron. Also, Marcel, let us know when you're going to be campaigning and when the election is for you, because we're going to make sure to get out there in South Carolina and really stomp and really get the messaging out for our brother Marcel. We really, really, really got to stomp for our brother out there. So I want to know some dates, um, when the election is happening down there, so we can really organize something to really get our brother over the finish line down there. But yeah, man, my young folks out here, man, my up and coming rappers, man, do not play with these streets like that, man. Especially if you can't back up some of the stuff you're saying, and even if you can back it up, you need to kind of slow down with it because even your backup ain't gonna be there with you all the time. So it's just best to not play with that. The streets ain't playing with nobody, man. The streets have always been the same. Ain't nothing changed on these bricks. Again, the internet got a lot of people twisted out here, man. The internet got people thinking that this shit is a safe haven and that nothing can happen to you. And man, listen, people can walk up on you and you can get touched. That thing can spill over into real life the when you least expect it. That's what me and we talked about on Vlad. I want that Vlad interview to come up because we talked about that. We talked about how a lot of stuff that's said on these hip hop platforms, if there's some kind of antagonism that's spilling over in the streets, that street stuff can spill over on some of these platforms too. Just like with Vlad, the beef that me and Vlad had is because I pulled up at the studio and we discussed that. Now Vlad has to have security there now, and when I went there to do the recent interview, his security was sitting right there, and he has to have security because of me. You know, so everybody needs to know things can get real at any moment out here, man. So everybody has to, like our brother said, you better dot your I's and cross your T's, and be right and exact with how you move out here. That's why I like to have peace with folks. I don't like to have no beefs. I don't have no legitimate beefs with nobody. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I like to sit down and politic. And if we got a beef, we're gonna work that out. We're gonna scrap it out or do whatever we need to do. Because I'm not the kind of person that's supposed to be having problems with anybody anyway. The only people who's beefing with me, quote unquote beefing, are agent provocateurs. If you see anybody talking greasy about me, usually these are some people that's working with the FBI. That's not a real beef. These are people who are just sent by the FBI to try to sabotage a lot of the things that we got going on because they see me as a big influence. When you have an influence like I have, they're going to send feds your way. They're going to send undercover ops. When you can sit here and affect elections and you can draw thousands of people out to rallies, and you can bring thousands of people out to movie theaters independently, they're going to send feds at you. They're going to send some agent provocateurs at you. That's the reality. So we're not surprised by that. Auntie G, are you ready?
I'm ready, Tariq. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing real well. You didn't make it to the big family barbecue like you said you were going to. What happened? You said you were bringing a bunch of mayonnaise, and we waited for you, kiddo.
Yes, indeed. I went to Costco and all the mayonnaise was gone. So I didn't want to come empty handed. So
Oh,
what's
damn.
yes, indeed. So did you go to the RNC?
I'm here now. I'm attending the RNC now as we speak. How are you
Oh,
doing? Are you here?
no, no, no. I'm not there. I'm promoting my movie. I'm in Washington, D.C.
Well, I
How'd you
want to
like the
say
event?
for real though, for real, kiddo, I really wanted to say that, I admire what you're doing. I hope you keep giving advice out to these guys. I really, really do.
Hmm.
I think there's a lot more of us elders that need to get out and talk to these young whippersnappers. I think we need to, I think it was Zerko the other night that said we need to bring back shaman, kind of like about 20 years ago. We need to be able to make fun of each other. We need to make fun of white people. I forget his words exactly, but need to make fun of white people, they're shooting, Indian people stinking. We just need to be able to make fun of people and have fun. Don't you think that?
Yep, absolutely. Yes, we do. Yes, indeed. So anyway, but thank you so much, Auntie G. I appreciate you. All right. DV, what's your name? I can't pronounce your name.
It's Diavion.
Diabian. Boy, that's a hell of a name. What's up, Diabian? Where you from, brother?
I am from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
There you go. Is with a name like Diabian, well, you're like 19, 20. How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Well, that's what I thought. That's a young mother name. Your mama was real young when she gave you that name. How old was your mother when she gave birth to you? Like 17?
I'm not sure.
Well, shit. How old is she now?
My mom's in the 60s.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your mom had you when she was 40?
I mean, it's just something like that.
Damn.
Something like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Her womb wasn't barren by then. Damn.
Nah,
Okay.
nah, nah.
You got any siblings?
Yeah, I got three brothers, four sisters.
Okay. So what's on your mind, D?
Um, I'm just about the topic at hand that you discussed. It's like Tariq. I'm not saying that it's not right to do it, but a lot of these women are involved in criminal activity, like far as setting people up,
Yeah.
dissing dead people, killing. I see it on the internet all the time, and my thing, I be trying to tell women like, if you gonna jump in that game, you need to accept what comes with that. You can't play like a lady when the heat start to come down. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. There's a lot of women who try to touch the streets and they be sitting up here plotting and setting cats up and then try to fall back. Well, oh, I'm a damsel in distress. Y'all, ladies better stop playing with these streets. The streets will come back and bite you. Man, the game is real out here. So yeah,
You,
especially California, they really don't play that game in California. They'll get your ass in broad daylight with you and your granny with you. They don't give a damn. Ladies, y'all better stop playing. If you're gonna do OnlyFans, stick to that. You better stick to that OnlyFans and stop trying to be out here um, robbing niggas for bricks and setting them up. And because now old girl who offed her dude and she got herself killed. Now people are kind of questioning, was it really justified her taking the dude out. And she said he was abusive or whatever, but damn, what else was going on? Now people got questions now. Just don't play with the streets. 10, what's up, 10?
What's going on, Tariq? How you
I'm
doing,
good, man.
brother?
How are you, sir?
All right, I just got two things for you. Yesterday's topic, you were talking about, us as black folks kind of putting aside our petty differences. To the or to the RNC, did you see that Elon Musk dedicated 45 million a month to Donald Trump for a super
Oh,
PAC?
damn. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, he's dedicated 45 million a month until November for a political super PAC. So,
Wow.
just to
Hey, man,
piggyback on that
that's
topic.
real. That they stay. I'm gonna look more into that, but that shows how on code they own, man. That's the thing. I would give them in the dominant society their credit. They will fund each other, man. When they see a movement, they understand the long term ramifications of certain things. So they support. They go out there and support real heavy, and I'm not mad at them. Even if they have little beefs, they understand. Look, as white supremacists, we got to look out for each other. We got to make sure we're funded. We got to make sure everybody's on code and on message. You see, and I want black empowerment to have the same type of codification. We got to be on code with our empowerment because we have enemies and obstacles that we have to fight through. You understand? Because people, man, they try to erase us, and we think because people want to party and dance with us and shuck and jive, we think they're looking out for our best interests. Black people, this is very important. Please stop being fooled by people who want to just party with you. Just because people want to party with you, that doesn't mean they want to empower you. Just like a few weeks ago, there was a Mexican dude, and I talked about this before. He was showing a video of him dancing with some black folks in Compton. Like, yeah, forget these people on the internet talking all of that divisiveness. Black and brown, we're together. We party all the time. And then people start digging up his old tweets where he calling us all types of mayates and calling us all types of racial slurs. And then somebody said, hey, man, how you feel about reparations for foundational black Americans? He's like, oh, hell no. So, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, I ain't trying to party with you. The, these people that you party with, ask them how they feel about reparations. And that music is going to stop right away. You see? That's why I ain't trying to shuck and jive and all of that shit with people. Look, if you ain't trying to make sure that I'm empowered and my group is empowered, you step aside. I ain't trying to dance and drink with you. I don't drink anyway. Karinga, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? Long time listener, just checking in. Want
My
to
man.
comment on that whole that bomb Amber Rose at the RNC.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm mixed race. Actually, my father's FBA Cape Verdean, my mother's white. I
Okay.
tell you one thing right now, we do not, the Cape Verdean community, we ain't all like Amber, man. We don't all rock like her.
Mm.
You know what I mean? A lot of we consider ourselves to be black. My father would have whipped my ass if I was running around as a kid saying I was white.
Wow.
So I don't know what she's on. And
Yeah.
shout out to the family. One more question I had.
Go ahead,
Man, we
brother.
waiting on that Vlad interview, man. What's up with the Vlad? Why is he dragging his feet on that?
I don't know. He might have had other interviews that he's putting out ahead of time, but yeah, he said it's going to be up sometime this week. So yeah, it should be up sometime this week. So that's what's up. And I got a whole bunch of other interviews that I've been doing. Shout out to Atlanta and Company. Y'all saw the interview I did in Atlanta. People trying to act funny style because when I get on TV, they're like, I'm sounding like Brian Gumbo. Yeah, nigga, when I'm on TV with the white folks, I do a little code switching. I'm not gonna be on there, yo, yo, yo. No, when I'm on there with the white women, I know how to switch it up a little bit. I can move and shake in different crowds. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit different. I'm still swagged up, but I'm gonna enunciate a little bit better. You know how to do it. When I'm on a black platform, we can kind of relax and get busy and chop it up. You know, but when I'm on the mainstream white platforms, I'm going to be very astute now. Yes, I'm here to discuss some of the ramifications of removal of certain ethnic groups within the hip hop sphere. Yeah, I'm gonna get like that on their ass. Oh yeah, I'm about to dig up my TI words. I'm gonna get into that TI dictionary where I'm indubitably thinking about how we can maximize the incredulousness of our interpolations of this musical rendition of the genre. I'm gonna pull out my TI playbook on your ass now. All right. I got an interview with a white station tomorrow. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be indubitably and impeccably. I'm gonna be all of that tomorrow. I'm gonna be using 3 syllable words in the morning. So I'm getting. That's gonna be early in the morning. I got an 8. Oh, no, I think the interview is at 9 o'clock out here in DC. What station is gonna be? It's gonna be NBC, one of them stations. So if you're in DC, y'all tap in. I'll let y'all know in the morning because I've been doing so many damn interviews. I've been confused. I did a radio interview today out here. Midnight, what's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right, just a little under the weather. Just a few things about the tent to God situation. I live across the bridge in San Francisco, and I saw from the Bay Area State of Mind um, X page that she got killed, and it said it was her beauty supply store. So I pulled up over there to see. Check the temperature, pay my respects, because there's a little mural and stuff that's down there.
Okay.
And I was it's actually owned by some Yemenis people. Because at first I thought it was really owned by her, and I'm like, yeah, the Asians probably set her up because there has been history of when a black person tried to own a beauty supply store, the Asians have been was it sabotaging black Americans
Yeah.
as far as that, as far as upping the prices. Or we got a lot of Asian gangs over there that have been terrorizing black people and flooding
Oh yeah.
fentanyl into our neighborhoods and stuff like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
when we try to wake it up during 2020 with the COVID stuff, that's when the COVID-19 hate crime act came out, and they
Yeah.
started falsely blaming us for the crimes when actually 75% of the anti-Asian hate crimes come from these white folks, and it's like 12. So like 9 of those crimes are from white folks.
Yeah.
Um,
So the store. So she didn't own the store because I keep hearing that from folks up there that she didn't actually own that store.
Yeah, not only that, they owned the whole shopping center. So like there was like a beauty supply chain. The brother next door, he owned like the grocery store. Next door, there's a smoke shop that's owned by him. So it was like 6 different stores. A donut shop. I think the last store was like a Korean chicken shop. But they owned the whole shopping center. She was
Yeah.
there just to do a collaboration, and I guess to perform at the store or whatnot, because she knew uh the owner's daughter or something like that. So.
Right. Right. Yeah. See, TMZ, they made it seem like she bought this store and she was doing a grand opening and some haters got at her. But then I kept me. I'm hearing what you're telling me. This is what I've been hearing that she was just kind of doing some kind of collaboration, and they found her location, and she was antagonizing folks, and street business happened, unfortunately. So
And I got one more thing I wanted to say.
yeah,
Um, I watched your broadcast yesterday. I missed your Twitter space yesterday, and I do very much agree with you. A lot of people should not be coming up here just to be babbling shit. Like we said, you said the say shitism. I
yeah,
have noticed a lot of people on this app, even if it's a very important space, let's say it's a political space or whatnot, they'll come up here, they'll talk about neighborhoods and um, I was saying some street stuff and whatnot instead of talking about economics, supporting Black American businesses. What can we do to raise our GDP, put our money together and stuff like that? You just have people just fucking babbling
yeah,
on and off the app as well. So I'll
yeah.
land my
And
plane.
another thing, real quick, because you said something very important up there in the Bay. There's a lot of Asian gangs up there, and I know when they were having all those bipping crews bipping them cars, they were trying to put it on black folks. I know for a fact it was them Asian cats that was doing most of the bipping up there. Did y'all see that when you up there? Do you see that?
Yes. What was it? Just the other month, those self-driving cars that's in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Um,
all over.
the
Yeah,
Asians are the main ones that be destroying them. Like especially
yeah,
during the Chinese New Year's, they lit one on fire and completely destroyed it.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, they act like them Asian gangs up there don't exist. They're deep up there in the Bay Area, real
Very
deep.
deep.
Yeah, man, my man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. But yeah, these cats up there, they got them bipping crews, and that bipping is when you go and break into cars, you break a window, you use like spark plugs or whatever, you use certain instruments to break windows to steal stuff out of cars. And they were trying to make it seem like it was black people doing it because the guys were masked, but these were Asian and Latino dudes doing that mostly. Mr. Zulu, what's up, brother?
How you doing today, Tariq?
I'm good, Mr. Zulu. How are you?
I'm good. I see you bought a new suit with the FBA donation money.
Oh Lord. I bought a new suit. Do you think I need a donation
I'll
for a
quit
suit?
stuttering. Quit stuttering. I know you're afraid of my masculine presence, but hold yourself.
I'm afraid of your masculine odor, but other than that,
Energy.
no, that's called must. That's the
It
only
means
energy.
alpha male. I'm an alpha male if you can't tell.
No. You smell like Alpo meal, like dog food. You smell like Alpo. You smell like an
And
Alpo
does.
meal.
You sound jealous.
I'm jealous of a musty tether.
Hell
Explain how.
no. While the FBA beaches are still picking musty tailors. What does that say about them?
So you're saying FBA women are choosing on you?
All I gotta do is throw some chicken wings and some Hennessy and they're going. It's the truth.
Oh damn. Okay, so they'll fight past the must to get some of the chicken wings, huh?
Well, yes. They love
Well,
alphas,
damn.
unlike FBA betas that are turning into gay.
Well, you're the one who had to flee. So how beta is that? How is that
And your
beta or
bitch is
alpha?
fleeing, and your bitch is fleeing to my bedroom because you're a beta. Now what?
Yeah, we got to wash the Jollof stains off your bed sheets. That's the only reason why anybody would go to your bedroom, sir.
I've never had
To
jollof.
wash
I
the
grew up in
must.
Louisiana.
You're not from Louisiana, sir. You're not from
That's a place
Louisiana.
you can't go even if you wanted to.
Not with that hairline, sir.
I got some real child soldiers that'll put you on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I believe that. I do believe that you have some child
Yeah, you
soldiers, your
better
little
believe
cousin.
it. You better be terrified.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, sir. Yeah, you're very scary. You sound very malnutritioned and hungry. You don't sound
I'm
as
six
scary as you.
five, 250 pounds, and my dreads hang all the way down to my knees.
No, the 65 is your age because you don't have a birth certificate, so you don't know how
And
old you are.
65
You
is
just
your IQ.
you're probably in high school. You're probably
And
telling
you
people you're
dropped
a
out of
senior in
high
high.
school.
Yes, indeed, and you
I
dropped out of your
graduated
homeland.
from Louisiana State
And you
University. That's something you
dropped
could
out of
never
your
achieve.
and you dropped out of your homeland too, didn't you? So
You ain't never been in a
how you
college class for a day.
how you drop out of a whole how you flunk your country, nigga? How'd that happen? You flunked your country, dude. How did that work?
Same way FBA bitches are dropping down my drawers. It's the same reason,
No,
young
no.
man. It's the truth.
Nobody's dropping down. Nobody wants your musty thong. FBA women are not trying to get with you, brother. You know that. You know that, sir. Let's not put
Nah,
that on
that's
my
gay. There
sister.
goes FB gay. It's FB gay behavior. Saying another
Well,
man
nigga, well,
wears thong.
well, sir, we know what you had to do to get that green card. You know, we know you had to move that thong to the side and let Zaddy ride. You understand me?
Why are
So
you
we know what
even
you had.
thinking about that? Why is that coming to your head? You are a gay. I know what you are.
Okay, Mr. Musty. Okay, you're doing a lot of projecting there, sir. All right, let me get some more people in here. I don't want to hear Musty tether babble. Let's get Major Clarence. Let's get Major Clarence in here. I don't want to hear Musty tether talk. Major Clarence. All right, Mr. Clarence in here. Hop in, sir. Uh, Mr. Clarence. What's up, Sister Wani? What's up, Sister Brooke? I see you down. Yes, sir. How are you, Major?
I'm good, fam. I'm good, man. I didn't realize bro was still talking. My bad. I missed you, man. I really want to thank you, man. First of all, it's an honor and a privilege to have me up. Congrats on microphone check. But I wanted to thank you, man, for highlighting because I know I've got an acting federal lawsuit against the Secretary of the Air Force. And so a couple of years ago, there were indicators that the Department of Defense was discriminating against black service members. And man, I was getting the biggest pushback. I'd reach out to the CBC. I reach out to a few folks, black folks that were in Congress, and you highlighted something about a lot of these folks have immigrant backgrounds from President Obama. to Eric Holder. There was a vice chair from Maryland. His brother name is Anthony Brown. He's Jamaican, and so it was always pushback that I would get, and from these folks who will represent us at the congressional level, and come to find out, almost damn near all of them have an immigrant background. So I didn't connect the dots until you did it. And so I just want to say appreciate that. And if I can also solicit the families of prayers, I got some more things going on with my lawsuit. I've got an en banc review that I'm doing now, which is basically at the appellate level, and I'm asking for the judges to review the case in its entirety. So just solicit your the family's prayers as I go through this process, man. But just wanted to say thank you for having us on Code, man. One last thing, and I'll land my plane. I was, on Facebook. I always push back on, and I'm trying to bring folks into the mix. That I tell people, man, look, it's Trump's definitely going to win. And prior to everything that happened this weekend, is because definitely the Democratic Party has turned their backs on the black vote. I mean, if you look
Yeah.
at the fact that when Joe Biden sent a Solicitor General to the Supreme Court to argue that Miranda rights should not be used, and the George Floyd Policing Act, the John Lewis things, and so there were already indicators that Trump was going to win the election because, again, the Democratic Party does not do what the Republicans do, and that's cater to the base. And so, anyway, brother,
Right.
just as I said, man, it's always indeed a pleasure to talk to you. Holding it down here in Ozark, Alabama, down by Dothan, and
Yes, sir.
appreciate everything you do, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. And I've been telling people for years that the white supremacists, man, they are very strategic. They understand ethnic differences. They knew this in slavery. They understand ethnic differences. They knew how to mix people up from different ethnic groups and utilize different ethnic groups against each other and use certain ethnic groups as gatekeepers. They knew that. Going back to like the Yamasee Wars, when you had some of the black Aboriginal people fighting the white supremacists, they would go get the red Aboriginal people and use them as buffers. That's why they would get certain tribes and call them the five civilized tribes, because these were the tribes that would turn in all the black skinned Aboriginal people and flip on them. So they've always known how to use ethnic groups against each other, finding some little nuance and some little difference and working that difference to their advantage. And they do it now. You have a lot of non-FBA people who the white supremacists elevate in certain positions and they gatekeep it. And because they look like us or they're melanated, we think, okay, this person is supposed to be on code with me. And we don't think this person don't even look at himself as a black person until they can make a politicized um, advantage out of it. But they don't look at themselves as black. We got to be very honest about that. Obama and again, Kamala, again, every time Kamala only gets black when it's election time. And she's pulling hot sauce out of her purse and dancing to some rap song and all of that, all off beat. And the minute she gets back in office, or the minute she gets some kind of win, bam, the curry chicken comes out and all the damn tandoori spices. Yeah, bronze skin.
Hi, Tariq.
How are you, dear?
Hi, everybody. Tariq, we must not let these people take our identity. They
Right.
come here to be an American, to take our identity. You can go on genealogy, you can go on ancestry, you can edit things and put yourself, you can get a dead person, you can put yourself with that family member. It's a lot of work, but still, it's a lot of work, but they can still do it. We must not let that happen. We have to pay attention. Just like that man who was attempting to try and talk about you. You are handsome. I love my handsome
Oh,
FBA men. Okay?
yes. Yes, ma'am.
We have to watch. We can't get it thrown off. We have to watch our identity.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. And this is why, well, thank you so much. This is why when we talk about the whole hip hop thing, and then they try to do the Latinos 50-50 co create, when we start checking that, notice what the conversation goes into. They start talking about, well, Puerto Ricans, they Africans though, and Black Americans are African, so we all Africans anyway. See, you watch that, because like our good brother Lord Jamar said in microphone check, if we all black with a conversation, this wouldn't even be an issue then. If we all black, then why is this an issue? If we all black, like you say, why the hell you want special recognition? They want special recognition. You understand? That's so they can colonize and co-opt the culture. And that's what they're doing. They're using an ethnic group who has African ancestry to do the co-opting for them. And they use Latinos now as gatekeepers for hip hop, like in radio. I can't stress this enough, especially in the West Coast. West Coast radio was run by Latino program directors, DJs, everybody. You understand? Miami too, and many of the East Coast stations too. That's the long and short of it. So they gatekeep a lot of stuff. So the narrative is going to be gate kept. Yeah. And also these blogs and these hip hop platforms that you'll see them bring on folks telling all types of hip hop lies. They bring these people on all of these hip hop blogs to lie about this 50-50 nonsense. But none of these people are talking about microphone check. Notice that? They ain't talking about it. But we still got it popping to the point where Amazon had to censor the movie. Amazon just straight up and down censored Microphone Check. Microphone Check was the #1 documentary for a whole month. They just snatched it down. That's the only way they could stop it from being #1. They had to literally just take it down for no reason at all. So we got to push back on that type of stuff. And again, Microphone Check is going to be in theaters all across the nation this Friday. It's in LA right now. Y'all need to go. You got 2 days to see it in LA. If you're in LA, you got tomorrow and Thursday. That's the last time in LA you will be able to see it. Tomorrow and Thursday. But in New York, you can see it Friday. DC, you can see it Friday. Atlanta, Philadelphia, Chicago, Indianapolis, you can see it starting Friday. And you can get your tickets now, right now, at microphonecheck.com. Get your tickets now. They're on sale now. The links to the movie theaters are on microphonecheck.com. And we need everybody in the building to support the movie because this is history. And the screening in New York, I'm going to be at the screening in New York this Friday. I'm going to be there.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com.
Let's discover our hidden heroes together.